We are back. Hello and a big welcome to the channel. I'm the Motorsport Madman and this is qualifying ahead of the 2026 Australian Grand Prix. I just couldn't miss this season. New regulations, fresh start, clean slate. You really thought I was going to miss this. 4:45, 10 to 5 in the morning, Saturday morning. And you know what I realised yesterday? This is my 20th season watching this religiously. I embark on a 20th season. And you know who needs the support this season? I'm with you, SHT. I'm with you. I'm Alonso. I'm going Aston Martin this season. No, I don't know. Listen, I know Aston Martin need the support, don't they? They're probably not even going to start this race. Listen, it's easy to go for the favourite, isn't it? It's easy to jump on the Kimi Antonelli bandwagon now. I was a year too soon. Oh, how are we doing? It's good to be back. It's good to be back. Yes, Mitch Chapman, just finishing night shift. I know I've had about 3 hours sleep or something like that. But here we go. Yes, Barry, SHT, Sean Tan, welcome back to the channel. It's been a long time. Yeah, jacked it in mid-season last season. I'm not a Lando Norris fan. I'll put it out there right now. McLaren domination just ain't for me, you know what I mean? That got dry real quick. McLaren domination ain't for me. But I thought, do you know what? It's a clean slate, brand new regs. I thought, why not? I've missed doing this. I thought, yeah, but clean slate. I'm coming back. I took one look at pre-season testing and thought, this could be interesting, this. This is not looking like McLaren 1-2. I'm back. What a cheap beat. A Norris Piastri 1-2. See you 2027, we'll have a look. Nah, it's not for me, Lando Norris, mate. I listen, each to their own. I know Lando Norris is Mr. Popular, especially in the UK, but it's not my bag. But let's see what happens. It's been a painful way to start the season. Hey, listen. Deja vu, innit? Alonso plus Honda. It's cursed, innit? It's cursed. But I thought, oh, which cap do I get on today? What do? Got Mercedes, one Ferrari, Haas, Alpine. I thought, I know who needs the support this season. Green team. Shaking the chassis to bits. Right, what do we say? I need to change it. I need to plug my headphones into the TV as well in a minute. Pray the 3 additional development and upgrade opportunities. That's a new one on me, and there's a lot of new on me this season. Hey, Sean Tannett, Are you understanding this super clipping? And I'm not talking about clipping the stream or clipping any YouTube video. I'm talking super clipping. I'm not a fan of super clipping. And I'm not about to explain it either. But I'm not a fan of super clipping. I'll put that out there right now. But listen, there's pros and cons to it all. It shows signs of progression. Of course he will. Of course he will. I'm going to be here with you, Sean Tan. I'll be here with you. Aston Martin cap for the season. Let's have it. You know, I'm going to get behind. I'm going to get behind the team that needs support. Do McLaren need any more support? No. Do the Tifosi need me? No. Do Mercedes, does Kimi Antonelli need me this season? No, he doesn't. He's going to be fine. He's going to win races. If he's in a championship battle, I'll have a look. But does Kimi Antonelli need me this season? No. Come on. Do Tifosi need me? Does McLaren need me? No. Does Aston Martin need me? They might do. So I'm going to put my support to whoever needs it most. They need it most because it's probably the worst. I don't know about you, Sean Tam, but this is probably the worst prepared I've ever seen a team going into a season. This is worse than McLaren Honda 2015, in my opinion, because I don't even know if they'll bother starting the race. Like the first quarter of the season, is it just a write-off? Is it just see you after summer break? This is the worst I've ever seen a team come into a season. It's an absolute catastrophe. And do you know what? On Sky Sports as well, they were dumbing it down, going, "Oh, you know, they've got to see the positives." Yeah, I'm thinking this is an absolute shit show. The worst that a team has ever come into a season. As long as I've been watching anyway. Like I say, I'm on season 20 here. I've been watching for 20 years. I've never seen a season come into a team come into a season so upside down. Like worse than like HRT. Much worse than HRT. And I remember HRT being like 7 seconds off the pace here in like 2010. You know what I mean? They were like, 107% rule. You know, 107% rule is if you're that slow, if you're like 7-8 seconds off the pace, then it's like, you're not really an F1 car, are you? You're not allowed to race. And at HRT, we're on that bubble where it's like, you're not really in the same category as them lot, so you're not really qualified to do the race. But this is worse. Aston Martin's worse. It's shaking itself to bits, breaking down. The drivers can't even drive because they're getting nerve damage. Like this is worse than being 7 seconds off the pace. This is just put it in the bin. Yes, Beth, how are we doing? Yeah, no expectations, wait and see. You might be waiting a while. But listen, I'm here for it. Anyway, qualifying's underway. Hopefully the live timing things work. I've always had problems with live timing, as you know, throughout the whole time that I did this. Why would you expect a McLaren 1-2 for the engine regulation? I'm not. That's why I'm here. Mercedes will have a bigger ownership. Yeah, there's more chance for a Mercedes one too. Although I'm interested to see how strong Ferrari and Red Bull are as well. Because obviously, coming into the season, it's all about Mercedes. It's all George Russell, Bucky's favourite, George Russell. I don't know. I'm thinking Ferrari and Red Bull, well, Ferrari and Verstappen are going to have something to say about that. And obviously, see where McLaren are as well. They're not going to be a million miles away. I've been impressed with Audi as well. Audi looking like they're the fifth fastest team. Are we reckoning? Because it was all about Haas and Alpine. Alpine don't look very quick round here from practice. Anyway, have a dump, Kimmy. Have a dump, Kimmy. Listen, I'm going to keep an eye on Kimmy, but Kimmy don't need my support. I was there to launch Kimmy's career. Now you go on, my son. You know, I was here to launch the Kimmy bandwagon, and Anyway, I'm gonna have a look this year. Anyway, let me get me. I've got to switch something around. Just bear with me. I've got to plug in. I've got to plug in, haven't I? Haven't I? Oh my God, this is a bigger task than I thought. Right. We're on. Oh no, we're not. There we go. That's the one. That's the one. Right, we're on. Right, what else are we saying? Williams being... I know, Gav. Hey, Gav, you were the one asking for this comeback as well. It's all for you, this, Gav. Hey? Gav, you asked for it. Here I am. We're back for 2020. Oh, we don't need... Oh, I can crop this a bit more. Hang on. There's many things going on at the same time here. We don't need all that, do we? We just need that. Betterman P1, stop the clock. Right. Yes, Dean, welcome to the stream, dude. Just fuming with Honda. I'm not surprised you're fuming with Honda. But yeah, Williams have also... No one's really said this, especially on Sky. Williams is a massive disappointment. It's a massive disappointment. Weren't they putting all their eggs in the 2026 basket? Weren't Williams for the last 3 years saying, listen, it's not great right now. We're P14, we're P9. Don't worry, 2026 is going to be our year. We're putting all our eggs into the 2026 basket. How's that working out for you? Williams is a flop. The only thing that's stopping that from being talked about is the Aston Martin disaster. So Williams are under the radar, but it's not great, is it? Well, we'll see. If they stick it on pole, well, I might be wrong. Gabriel Bortoletto, purple sector 1 and 2. Come on then. Boom, let's go. Bortoletto fastest in the Audi. I think Audi, yeah, I think like Martin Brundle's saying, I think Audi are 5th fastest. We'll see as it pans out. But he did not think I'll be up for this. Beth, I knew you'd be up for this because you've probably not been to bed because you're always up at 5 a.m. So, yeah, I did think you'd be up for this because when are you not up at 5 a.m.? It's just terrible. Yeah, like I say, pray and hope you can use the additional... Yeah, I've not heard about this ADUO thing, but they need to be praying for that. Where have we been hiding? Well, it just got a bit dry for me, Gav. The Lando Norris versus Oscar Piastri for the championship. It's a bit dry for me, that. It just got a bit... It wasn't... But do you know what? The second half of the season was actually really good. Verstappen came back big time. Verstappen only got beat by 2 points in the end. So the second half of the season was actually really good. But that's sod's law, isn't it? It was always going to be. But yeah, no, Lando Norris winning a race by 28 seconds is not for me. But this season's looking different. How different? Whoa. Very different. Very complicated as well. Right, here comes George Russell across the line then, and it's 6.5 tenths faster than Gabriel Bortoletto. Here comes Charles Leclerc to the line then, P4. So early doors in Q1, race 1, 2026. Russell at the top, Bortoletto, Piastri, then the 2 Ferraris on the medium tyre, the 2 Ferraris in 4th and 5th at the minute. And Arvid Lindblad, the one and only rookie for 2026. Yeah, I know you. I know you be up. I knew you'd be up. Cowell Furbato. I've never heard of him. And 3 of Aston Martin engineers overlooking Honda's work in Suzuka, Japan. And when new ideas can help them move forward. How long do you think it'll take before they finish a race? Before they race a race, Sean. Right, Hulkenberg stays 8th. So Hadjar's gone 2nd. But Russell's still with the benchmark on a 1 minute 19.8. Verstappen, no time set yet. So Verstappen, Antonelli, Sainz and Stroll are yet to set a time. Alonso, that Audi is quick. Borsaletto's still up there in P3. Come on. Get the Audi cap out in a minute. I ain't got one yet. Hey? I've not dumped Kimi. I'll let him free. No, do you know what it is with Antonelli? I thought he was going to turn up and be the next big superstar. And he's just done good. He's just been fine. He's been okay. And that's not... That doesn't get me up at 5 a.m. in the morning, just someone being pretty good. No. I want the thrills and spills. I want the thrills and spills. You know, listen, if Antonelli starts dive bombing into turn 1 for the lead, but I just want someone who's just risking it all. Norris goes P4 in the McLaren. Here comes Lewis Hamilton to the line. Then 8 minutes to go in Q1. And Hamilton goes P3. So Ferrari are the odd one out in terms of tyres. Everyone else on the soft tyres, but Ferrari choosing to do Q1 on the medium so far. Piastri goes second, 4 tenths off the pace. It's still Russell P1 with that 119.8. It's still the benchmark. Here comes Charles Leclerc then round the final corner to the line. Lindblad's gone 3rd in the Racing Bull. Leclerc goes 2nd on the medium. Ferrari looking quick. And we've got a Red Bull off. Is that Verstappen? Is that Max Verstappen who's binned it? Verstappen's binned it in Q1. Oh, 2026 F1 is so back. F1 is back, babe. As if Verstappen, you'd have got good odds on Max Verstappen binning it in Q1. You'd have got great odds with William Hill on Max Verstappen binning it in Q1. He's going to be starting last. Oh, you'd have got 1,000 to 1 on Max Verstappen starting behind both Aston Martins and behind both Cadillacs. Oh, you could have put £1 on that and retired. Oh, that's insane. Mind you, though, he still set a lap, though, hasn't it? Did Verstappen set a lap? Verstappen didn't even set a lap. He's last. Max Verstappen going to be 22nd on the grid for the season-opening Australian Grand Prix. And I am glad that I've woken up at 4:40 in the morning. In the morning. Very, very long neck, 28 in the fucking morning. Oh, it's all worth it, innit? Why has this gone skew with? Oh, because we've got a red flag out. So it's changed the way it's cropped the screen, you fucking... Anyway, red flag. So I used to have all graphics and all that, but it's a fresh start, innit? Red flag. Verstappen is in the wall. Oh, it was all worth it, wasn't it? That 20 to 5 a.m. alarm was all worth it. You won't get thrills and spills from Aston Martin? Yeah, I will. Oh, yeah, I will get thrills and spills from Aston Martin. You're joking, aren't you? It's gonna be hit and miss whether they start the race. You can't get any more thrills and spills than that, Gav. They might not take part. It doesn't get any more on the knife edge than that. Oh my God. No, Aston Martin are in a banter era right now, so that's why I dug the cap out and thought, go on. No, do you know what? Right, all jokes aside, I do hope Ferrari have a good season. I hope Hamilton has a strong year. You know, if I put the bullshit to one side, I hope Ferrari are strong. It's about time. It's about time. Not that I'm full tifosi and, you know, fuck everybody else. No, you know. But I'd like to see them have a good season. I'd like to see them have a good season. Don't shout. It's 4 a.m. Hey, listen. Everyone knows the score when the F1's on, Gav. Back to our late nights again. Or early mornings. Yeah, that's a rare error, I know. It's going to be good news for Antonelli. Antonelli pole all the way, innit? Alonso will start just based on his gaps. What? The gaps between his teeth when they start falling out, or what? It's just Stroll. Well, the crane in Verstappen's car out of the way now. So it should get back underway in a couple of minutes. So we've had a red flag. So the time has been paused at 7 minutes 29. Is there any way for me to get that on the screen? Just wait there. What if I go... I'd have to come all the way over there like that. How much data do we want? Not that much. Right, there we go. It's cropped itself better now. Right, let's have a look at the replay of what happened to Verstappen then. What did he do? Right, into turn one. Oh, he's just lost it. Wow. He's just lost it under braking. As the active aero... I don't remember Verstappen ever doing that. Wow. Verstappen binning it is crazy. You've finally snapped and become a Lance Stroll. Yeah. I finally lost my final brain cell and just Lance Strolled it into 2026. What about that, Gav? My brain has become numb. I've been watching it too long, Gav, to the point where I'm just like... Who's looking the worst? I'll have a look. No. You think they will? You responded to something I said a few minutes ago. I can't remember what I've said. Why people didn't mention much about Alpine being underwhelming as well. Yeah, Alpine have been underwhelming. Where are they at the minute? Where are Alpine and Williams? I've flopped. Because everyone was putting Alpine fifth after the shakedown and pre-season testing. That's not looking good. Look at Racing Bulls up there at the moment in 4th and 6th, but obviously it's early days. The time has been stopped at 7 minutes 29 seconds to go in Q1. and the session will restart in a minute and a half's time. Is a no viewers championship. Oh, I haven't got time for that. That took another day out of my week, that. The thing is, Sean, I was wondering about this 107% rule. Is that still enforced? Because obviously we've not heard about it since like 2012, since we had like Marussia and Caterham and Virgin Racing and them days. We've not really heard about 107% since then. So I didn't know whether that was still a thing. But if it is, a Cadillac in trouble? Aston Martin are in trouble, but a Cadillac in trouble if that still exists? They haven't mentioned 107% rule in all the Sky coverage either. But I think that's relevant. That young rookie is doing great this far, hasn't he? Oh, yeah, Arvid Lindblad, yeah. He's up there in P4 at the minute. Oh, the gap's to the fastest time. I'm with you. Yeah, Racing Bulls. Oh, I was looking at Hadjar and thinking he was Racing Bulls. I need to get my head in to get into the game. I'm going now. What are you talking about? The 4th and 6th? Hadjar has had the promotion. The cursed promotion. But I think he breaks that curse. I think Hadjar do okay. Yeah, Hadjar's in the Red Bull. I am an absolute... Do I start blaming that it's 5:20 in the morning? I'll put it down to that. Antonelli's coming out. Yeah, here we go. Right, qualifying's back underway. 6 minutes and 44 seconds on the clock. I could do with getting that on the stream, couldn't I? That's possible. It's been a stalling all the time. Just all these, everyone's well with it. What, Lawson seems to be the big worry because Lindblad's been fasting all weekend long. Yeah. Lawson will soon be shipped out if he gets beat by Lindblad off the bat. Right, so how far off the pace are Perez and Bottas here? Perez on a 23.5 to a 19.8, so he's just under 4 seconds. Yeah, he's about, 3.8 off the pace. Is that within 107%? It's too early to tell. Too early in the morning to do that kind of maths. Right. We're back underway. Lando Norris starts a flying lap. Right. So, bottom 6 with 5.5 minutes to go. Perez, Bottas, Verstappen, Antonelli, Sainz and Stroll. Antonelli's not set a lap time yet. How's Antonelli not put a lap on the board in the first 13 minutes of the session? What have you been doing? What has he been doing? Because you're under pressure now, boy. You're under big pressure. I would... why put yourself under that kind of pressure? You can't be tootling round for 13 minutes. Arvid Lindblad is the standout performer here. P4. But listen, this is not for the grid, as you know. Or maybe you don't know. This is just about not being in the bottom 6. Because we have got 11 teams this season. It's not a bottom 5 anymore. It's a bottom 6. So anybody from 17th down. In fact, you know what? You know what I'm going to do. You know what? Well, you don't know what I'm going to do, but I'll show you what I'm going to do. Let's have the positions. Even better. Listen, I'm working out on the fly. Yeah, you don't want to be 17th. 17th down, elimination. I also need the timer on, don't I? I'll figure that out. But anyway, 4 minutes to go in Q1. So if you are in that bottom 6, when the time runs out, you're doomed. Lawson goes to P9 then in the Racing Bulls. So what have we got? Still Russell with the benchmark with that 1 minute 19.8 that he set early on. Leclerc 4 tenths off. Piastri 4 tenths off. Lindblad still up there, 6 tenths out. Ocon goes P10 in the Haas then. A second off the pace. Hamilton's on a lap. Hamilton went purple sector 1. Purple is fastest of anybody. So a great first sector for Lewis Hamilton. Last couple of corners now for the 7-time world champion. I hope he has a strong season this year, Lewis. I feel like mentally he's sorted himself out as well. And goes fastest, a 1 minute 19.811 for Lewis Hamilton on the medium tyre as well. And here comes Kimi Antonelli that needs a time to get himself out of that bottom 6 and goes P3. It's Hamilton, Russell, Antonelli now top 3. And George Russell's purple sector 1 and 2. Russell on a big lap as Piastri with a mediocre middle sector. Piastri in 5th at the minute. So Alonso is only 2.3 off the pace. Alonso P16. I'm Alonso this year. Piastri goes fastest at 119.6. And George Russell beats that by 1.5. So McLaren have entered the chat. So it's Russell on a 1 minute 19.5 and Toto Wolff gives it the sly little smile. He knows the quick this season. He knows Mercedes are on it this year. A replay on board with Charles Leclerc into turn 3 and misses his braking point and nearly goes off the track, but he's all right. He survived it. 110% rule required gap is 6.3. They'll be all right then. Cadillac are fine. What's happening with Sainz and Stroll? Are Sainz and Stroll just not come out of the garage? Are they done for? Have they mentioned this on commentary? Carlos Sainz and Lance Stroll. Have we got any information? Because we know Verstappen's in the wall, so he's out. Sainz and Stroll are done. So it's then 3 drivers that are going to get. How's Colapinto in the Alpine slower than Alonso in the Aston Martin? That'll be embarrassing for Franco Colapinto, that. Lindblad goes P7. Right, so we've got Norris has set a lap. So it's now Russell, Piastri, Hamilton, Norris, Antonelli, Leclerc, top 6. In the drop zone, Colapinto, Perez, Bottas, and Verstappen, Sainz and Stroll. Well, Verstappen's in the wall and Sainz and Stroll never got out there, I assume. Alonso improving. I'm going to support the Alonso redemption arc this season. I've decided. And Isaac Hadjar goes P5. And has to do an overtaking manoeuvre on the way to do it as well. Go on, Fernando. If he gets through to Q2. Oh, God. Albon goes P13 in the Williams. Here comes Sergio Perez. Can Sergio Perez get out of Q1? Oh, Perez ahead of Bottas. And they're what? 3 seconds off the pace. That's not disastrous, is it? That's not bad, really. 3 seconds off the pace. That's all right. There's no way Alonso's getting through to Q2 here. That's unbelievable. The Stroll didn't take part in FP3 due to ICE problems. Sainz also had issues in FP3. Ah, okay. Yeah, Alonso 2.4 off the pace. And faster than Colapinto? No. Why is David Croft wrapping it up when we've still got drivers on the lap? Why have we got David Croft wrapping it all up when we've still got Colapinto on a lap here? It's Colapinto versus Alonso to survive Q1. Oh, Colapinto's done it. You know what? David Croft there has gone too soon with the wrapping it up. Because people are still on a lap. And Colapinto has knocked Alonso out in qualifying. So knocked out in Q1 then, it's Fernando Alonso P17, Sergio Perez P18, Valtteri Bottas P19, Max Verstappen P20 on the grid. Carlos Sainz P21 and Lance Stroll will start the Australian Grand Prix, probably from the pit lane, but if not, 22nd on the grid. Wow. You see how Perez down is in red? Alonso should be in red as well. He's also been eliminated, but they haven't updated the the graphics on the F1 website to account for the fact that an extra driver gets eliminated in Q1 because there's another team. I'm going to try and... Hamilton win on the cards. You know what? You know what, Loz? You've always said it. But I reckon this year's looking good. Do you know what I'm going to try and do? I'm going to try and do something on the fly here. I'm going to try and do something on the fly here. I'm going to try and get the timer on, aren't I? Oh, hello. Right, then what we do, we're going a big cropping job here, right? I got this. You know what you already know what I'm doing. You already know what I'm doing. Oh, I've already done it. Wham! How's about that? Right, where am I going to put this? Look at this, you see. Improving the stream on the fly. Right, where's it going? In the bottom corner here? I reckon that's a good spot for it. That'll do, isn't it? Top right. All right, that might be better. There you go, you see? How we doing? How we doing, Loz? How we doing, Gav? Welcome back, guys. So what have we had? We've had Verstappen in the wall. Hey, listen, we're half an hour into a brand new season and Verstappen's in the wall. Whoa. Anything can happen in 2026. So what was the final standings there? 3 constructors in the top 3. Come on. Russell, Piastri, Hamilton. Norris, Hadjar, Antonelli. Racing Bulls, best of the rest. 8th and 9th. Then Audi. Audi 10th and 12th in the first session. Not bad. Williams and Alpine. Disappointing. Disappointing. I remember saying... I had it down that either Williams or Aston Martin would be fighting at the front this year. That's what I thought, the back end of last year. You know, all right, it's a long shot to say both of them get it right. But I'd have put good money on one of Williams or Aston Martin joining that front group this season. And they both flopped it. I mean, what's James Vowles going to say about this? Because it was always about 2026. Even when they had a great season last year, it was like, yeah, but, you know, it was always with the caveat of, yeah, but it's all on 2026. You know, the way he was talking was, he convinced me. The way he was talking was like they were really on an upward trajectory, you know. And then they missed the shakedown, and from there you go in, yeah, this is not looking great. And they're at the back of the midfield, Williams. So they're on to have a worse season. I mean, obviously, it's early days. We're half an hour in to a 24 race. Well, depends whether we go to the Middle East, but let's say it's a 24 race calendar. We're half an hour into it, so it's early days. But I think it'd be odds on that Williams end up having a much better 2025 than they do with 26. What's James Vowles going to say to that? That wasn't part of the plan. Didn't Sainz get 2 podiums last season? He'd take 2 top 10s right now, this season. It's a bit mad. Alonso should still take that, yeah. Managed to get in the 121s. Exactly. Oh, look at that. They've been given the big KO. Alonso KO, Piastri KO. Sorry, not Piastri. Perez KO, Bottas, Verstappen, Sainz and Stroll. Right, here we go then. We're going to get back underway for Q2, 15-minute session. Here we go then. We are underway for Q2. Let's do it. Why does Alpine have Mercedes engine now? Whoa. Good question. You know that Dido song, White Flag? Well, Alpine showed the white flag. They surrendered. They basically sacrificed integrity and pride for results. If you want it straight. And I won't put my hands up and surrender. They surrendered. And they've gone, do you know what? We might be the Renault Works team, but we need to not be last in the championship, boys. Alpine were 10th and last in the championship last season. And so from a business point of view of moving this team up the order, a decision was made to abandon all integrity and belief and just go, if you can't beat them, join them. And so Alpine have done the ultimate, if you can't beat them, join them, and decided to bin off their own engine for someone else's, which is an eyebrow-raising decision, in my opinion. But at the same time, probably the right decision. So, what do you want to do? Isn't Renault in F1 anymore? No. 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 And that's not really talked about, but no. For the first time since when? 2001? No. I don't know. 2003? A good while. Oh no, because they would have had Renault engines before it even went to the Works Renault team. Didn't Benetton have Renault engines? It could be earlier than that. It's for a long time. Alonso still managed to run for a number of laps. So it's a win. Who'd have thought you'd be finding the positives out of Fernando Alonso getting knocked out in Q1? Oh my God. Anyway, we're back underway for Q2. Leclerc is the first one across the line to set a lap time. And it's a 1 minute 20 flat. Hamilton only 16.1 seconds behind on a 36-1. He might have not been pushing. That's a serious 16 seconds off the pace. Now that is super clipping. You say that about Williams. It's meant to have a good season. What about the Aston Martin? Oh, Aston Martin's an absolute catastrophe. But it's just that the Aston Martin situation is obvious. But the fact that the reason I mentioned Williams is because nobody's talking about Williams. The Aston Martin situation is an absolute joke. They can't even drive the car more than 15 laps. It's the worst I've ever seen a season come into this. The worst I've ever seen a team come into a season. And that's including HRT, Team Lotus, Virgin Racing, any of it. This is worse. But obviously everyone's talking about that. Not many people are talking about how Williams is a big flop, and that's why I brought it up. Also, Alpine as well. But anyway, Russell, purple sector 1 and 2, and boom, a 1:19.6 from Antonelli. Goes quickest by half a second over Charles Leclerc, newlywed. Leclerc's a married man, so sorry to let you down, everybody, but it is what it is. Russell, 1:18.9, 7 tenths quicker than Kimi Antonelli. And Norris goes P3, a second off the pace. Is that the first time that we've seen the Mercedes with the sandbags off? Yeah, also people didn't talk about Alpine's situation, yeah. Lawson goes P6, so Lindblad P4, Lawson P6, our Racing Bulls, best of the rest, 5th fastest team. It's looking that way. Here comes Hadjar to the line then. Oh yeah, he's the sole remaining Red Bull in qualifying, and Hadjar goes P3, 8 tenths off the pace. Hamilton purple sector 1. Coming into turn 10, Lewis Hamilton. Is he backed out of that? I think Lewis is backed out of this. So Lewis went purple sector 1 and has backed out of it. Kimi Antonelli, replay on board into the second last corner, and big lock up on the inside. Keeps it on the track, but that's going to cost him a few tenths. I don't know why teams picking up the Honda engine. It's always a problem the first. Well, they came good though, didn't they? I mean, the Honda engine of 2015 was not the Honda engine of like 2018 onwards, was it? And then they ended up winning championships with Verstappen. Verstappen won his championships with the Honda engine in the back. But if you're meaning a Honda engine at the start of a brand new regulation cycle, then yeah. It didn't go well in 2015. And it's not going well this year either. But they did come good. But the thing with Honda is that they're flip-flopping around. 1 minute they're out. Oh, we're quitting, we're leaving. Then they're back in. Then they're, are you in or are you out? They're flip-flopping around, and that's what's cost them, I think. Right. Here comes Leclerc then. P7 at the minute, 7 minutes to go in Q2. And Leclerc across the line, and he's slower. So Lindblad quicker than Charles Leclerc at the moment. Who had that on the bingo card? It's Russell P1 on a 1:18.9. It's full 7 tenths quicker than Oscar Piastri. In Q2, in the drop zone, Gasly, Behrman, Hulkenberg, Colapinto, Albon, and Hamilton. Hamilton, 24.8 seconds off the pace. Come on, son. Let's have a do. It's always an engine failure. It will be this year. No, but it's... The engine situation this year is ridiculously complicated with this battery charging and deployment. Oh, it's an absolute minefield. But I'm open-minded to it. I'm willing to have a look. But there are some aspects of this 50-50 combustion to electric energy that I'm not liking. There's a few aspects to it where it's... They're getting to the end of straights and slowing down because they're having to charge the battery going into fast corners and stuff like that. And it's a little bit anti-purist, which sounds like something out of Harry Potter. Are you pure blood? No, but it's not. It's not stick the driver in, go as fast as you can, the best man wins. It's become more complicated than that. Now it's, don't go flat out. You've got to charge the battery up. It's all about battery harvesting. So there are some negative aspects to it, but I've got an open mind. Right, come on. Nico Hülkenberg, P14 at the minute then, in the Audi. So I never thought I'd see the day that Audi joined F1. It was always like a fantasy thing. It was always a concept idea from some YouTuber. It was never actually reality, but here they are. Audi are finally on the grid. Every other team's got its engine right, so it doesn't paralyse your driver. Yeah, they have. Red Bull Ford engine as well is good. Audi have got their own power unit. That seems to be good. So yeah, Honda have dropped a serious bollock. See, that onboard of Nico Hülkenberg into turn 9, he's actually slowing down at the back end of the straights. It's just not as committed, is it? But having said all this, right, it's not as committed. They're slowing down at the end of the straights and this, that, and the other. If the racing's better, it doesn't matter. That is going to be my standpoint. It can be overly complicated and active aero and battery harvesting and all the myriad of bollocks. But if the racing is great, it doesn't matter. I'm willing to take all of the bollocks. If the racing is better, I'll have it. I'll have it overly complicated. I'll have it where I can't understand it. I'll have it where they're slowing down on the straights. I'll have it. If the racing is better, then I'll forgive it all. But if the racing's crap, you better believe this set of regulations are going to get a serious amount of criticism. But I'm open to it right now. But it doesn't look on the edge, does it? That Nico Hülkenberg on board then, it looked like a warm-up lap. It looked like a reconnaissance lap. And that was him pushing, trying to get the fastest lap time he can. It's a bit counterintuitive, but we have got Mercedes 1-2. With 2 minutes to go in Q2 then, it's Russell, Antonelli, Piastri, Hadjar, Norris, Hamilton, Lindblad, Leclerc, Lawson, Hulkenberg top 10. And then in the drop zone at the minute then is Gabriel Bortoleto, P11, Esteban Ocon, Pierre Gasly, Oliver Behrman, Alex Albon and Franco Colapinto. Colapinto, 2.9 seconds off the pace. Needs to improve by a second and a half or more. Needs to improve by about 1.6 to survive this, Colapinto. So he probably about to go. I thought he might have been in red this season. Yeah, I did consider it. But the Ferrari merch is about 130 quid for a T-shirt and about 50 quid for a cap. So 200 quid was not in the budget, Gav. But yeah, I hope Ferrari have a good season. Listen, Gav, if you want to send me 200 quid to get the brand new Ferrari polo shirt and cap, then I'll sit here in red. But I already had this, and that was cheaper. And Leclerc goes P2. Okay, so Leclerc splits the Mercedes and goes second. Behrman up to P11. That's not going to be good enough. It's close, but it's not going to be good enough. Isaac Hadjar's currently P5. Red Bull's only hope. Crazy. And Hadjar comes around the final corner, then across the line and doesn't improve. So it's still Russell, Leclerc, Antonelli, Piastri, Hadjar, Norris, Hamilton, Lindblad, Lawson, Bortoletti. So we could be in a position where both Racing Bulls get through to Q3 here. And Colapinto, a 121.2. Yeah, Colapinto improves but stays 16. And Hulkenberg is knocked out. Hulkenberg P11 and out in Q2 then in the Audi. So we're looking at the Haas's and the Alpines to see if any of them can get through and knock out Bortoletti, because Bortoletti's hanging on in there. P10 at the minute. Here comes Pierre Gasly. And it's only P14 for Pierre Gasly. Yeah, so both Alpines are out. Albon already pitted and has called it a day at P15. So we've got Colapinto out, Albon out, Gasly out, and I don't know where Haas are doing. But I feel like the tone of David Cross voice is telling me that Haas have cooked the goose and Haas are also out. I think that might be it for Q2. Did Tsunoda get a reserve driver role? Is Tsunoda Red Bull reserve? Tsunoda did a demonstration run in a Red Bull the other week. So maybe he's a Red Bull reserve. I don't know. Sean Tan will know. But Tsunoda did a demonstration run, so he's still in the Red Bull family, I think. Well, there we go then. That is the end of Q2. Hulkenberg is out in P11. Behrman out in P12. Ocon out in P13. Gasly out P14. Albon out P15. And Colapinto out P16. So into the top 10, both Mercedes, both Ferrari, both McLaren, both Racing Bulls, an Audi, and a Red Bull. The big one tomorrow is going to be Verstappen starting P20. Where does he finish? The Verstappen rampage tomorrow is going to be the big one. Can he get top 6 from there? I did not have Verstappen been in it in Q1. But yeah, I think Tsunoda has got the Red Bull reserve seat. Oh, Russell was 4 tenths quicker than than Leclerc and half a second quicker than his teammate there. And that's why he's the bookie's favourite. Piastri was 6/10 off. Hadjar was 7/10 off. Norris is second off the pace in P6 there. Hamilton a second off the pace. In fact, Norris, Hamilton and Lindblad separated by half a tenth. Lindblad on it. Lawson 1.2 off. And Bortoletto. Fair play, Bortoletto. He's a driver I like. Fair play. Gabriel Bortoletto. P10 in the Audi. Has he stopped out on track though? It's saying that he's stopped out on track. Look at this. I hope this isn't right. But look at this. Stop. I don't like that all the other ones say pit and his say stop. I don't like that. Hopefully that's just a glitch in the live timing screen. But I'm not liking that he's got that little red stop sign instead of a number 10. I'm hoping that's just a glitch. What is going on in the pit lane with the two racing bulls? Oh, Gabriel Bortoletto is grinding to a halt on the pit entrance. So I think Gabriel Bortoletto is effectively out here. I think he's struggling to get back in. He's doing like 2 miles an hour into the pit lane, and they're all queuing up behind him, saying, "Come on, get on with it." And then steaming in comes the other racing bull. Yeah, the pit entry, they're all doing... Because Gabriel Bortoletto's breaking down and he has stopped on pit lane entry. So Bortoletto is going to be P10 and out. Bortoletto has broken down pit lane entry on the way back into the pits after setting his qualifying time in Q2. So Bortoletto is P10. That's a shame, innit? But it caused havoc. Because you've got Lindblad steaming into the pits at full racing speed. And there we go then. His car's being recovered back. Oh, mate, gutted. Gabriel Bortoletto, Audi. Do you know what? I think that's a successful little... It doesn't look like it right now. He's being rescued, but... I think he's a star of the future. You going Piastri, Hamilton, Hadjar. What, top 3? Piastri, Hamilton, Hadjar. I'll give you a quid on that. No, I'll go... I go Mercedes 1-2. I go Russell, Antonelli, Leclerc. but I'll go this. I'll go this, Gav, because that's boring. I'll go for this. Russell, Antonelli, Leclerc, but Leclerc leads into turn 1 at the start of the race tomorrow. Because that Ferrari's a rocket off the line. If anything, all the practice starts from testing and stuff. Ferraris look to rocket off the line. So I think if you get a Ferrari in the top 4, they lead into turn 1. That's my dibs. If a Ferrari qualifies in the top 4, it leads into turn 1. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So it doesn't really matter. I don't think Leclerc has to get pole position to lead into turn 1 tomorrow. And then from there, he can manage it. Oh, it's going to be a good year for Ferrari, isn't it? Yeah. I'm hoping it's a good year for Ferrari. It's an hour earlier, yeah. It's brutal. They've changed the time that the race is on as well, because I'm sure it used to be like 6 a.m. They've definitely moved it back a bit. I think the drivers used to struggle with the setting sun. you know. So they've made it even worse for the European view. But listen, most of the races are in Europe, and then we're chilling, aren't we? It's just the first. What is it? China and Japan after this. The first three are early morning settings, and then the Middle East is a complete question mark for obvious reasons. So probably round 4 and 5 will probably get the big delete. So you're going to have 3 early mornings, and then probably a month gap in the calendar before it's then whatever round 6 is. Probably Miami. No, I don't know what round 6 is, but. Yeah, so it's 3 early mornings followed by a big pause, probably. But yeah, an hour earlier, the race starts at 4 a.m. tomorrow. Join me, 10 to 4. But yeah, Piastri, Hamilton, Hadjar is certainly a bold prediction. But if your prediction's right, Gav, Hamilton leads into turn 1. That's what I'm going for. A Ferrari in the top 4 is enough for them to lead into turn 1. I think they're going to be rapid off the line. In fact, the race starts this year. There's going to be some negative things about this new regulation cycle, but I think the race starts are going to be blockbuster this year because you're going to get people. The race starts really in the last decade or so. It's been a bit. There's been the odd moment, but on the whole, the top 10 is the top 10 at the coming out of turn 1. I think this year is going to really be hit and miss. There's going to be a real mixed bag of great starts, okay starts, and you've absolutely bottled it starts, and the people that are stalling it off the line and getting away sluggishly, and people are fucking clutching in, clutching out, and then you're going to get Ferraris rocking. I think the race starts this season are going to be insane. You're going to have... I think it could be as extreme as you could have like Hamilton starting P6 and being second into turn 1 and stuff like that. I think you're going to get mad race starts where some people absolutely bottle it because they've got this thing where they're having to sit there in neutral on the grid with the revving the arse out of it to spin the turbo up. Basically, the whole starting procedure is a lot more complex than it was before because they haven't got this MGUH or whatever it is to spin up the turbo. So they've got to do that manually with the throttle. So they're all going to be sat there on the line going, like burning the shit out of it. And people are going to get that wrong. It's just going to be a melee, especially first third of the season or first quarter of the season. The starts are going to be a right mixed bag, and that's not been the case for a long time. Everyone's just got consistently a pretty good start for years. Like every now and then, someone will mess it up. You know, once every 7 or 8 races. Oh, he's had a bad start and he's been overtaken by everybody, but 99 times out of 100, everyone's getting a pretty good start. Oh, this year ain't going to be like that. Oh, this year is going to be madness. So, having said all that, I don't think qualifying's that important. So I'll see you tomorrow. I don't think qualifying is as important this year as it was last year, for sure. Because you're going to get... you're all right, stick it on pole by half a second. But it doesn't matter if you stick it on pole by 2 seconds or 1,000th of a second, the car behind you is still starting the same distance behind you. And I tell you what, if you mess up your start, you can be pole by 2 seconds, but you mess up your start, you're not leading into turn 1. We've got a bit of debris on the circuit. What is that? There's something on the track. I'm going on Twitch tonight It's not even tonight anymore, Beth. It's tomorrow. But if you're talking about this weekend, no. Because I don't want to be steaming as a rocket trying to do commentary on the first race of a brand new season, do I? Let's behave. No, next weekend is my birthday weekend, Beth. So we're having a big one. Saturday the 14th. Saturday the 14th, having a big one with Denver and that. Well, yeah. Oh, someone's ran over this bit of Denver. So yeah, no stream this weekend in terms of like a Twitch one, but next weekend. What is this? What's on the track? It's not a bit of car, is it? What's going on here? I need to lock in on what the hell's going on here. Oh, is it one of the fans that is? Is it a fan? Not like a person, like a fan. Oh, Norris has smashed into it. One of these cooling fans that they have on the car while it's in the pit lane. Oh, that's absolute. I mean, Norris is lucky to get away without a puncture there. He's just smashed into this. Mercedes are in trouble with this. What has gone on here? Session stopped, by the way. 9 minutes, 47 seconds on the clock. I need to just... When they bring out a flag, it messes up this. It's going to be a pain, isn't it? You're going to be a Kimi fanboy like this season, but left him for Lance. You and me both, brother. You and me both. Oh, Gav, your Williams journey, it was looking good, you know. They were coming on strong. It was all on the upward. If it was a stock market chart, it'd be on the up. And then all of a sudden, it's tanked. The Williams stock has tanked. And this was supposed to be the stonks year. And it's not happening, is it, Gav? It's a shame, Williams. I mean, Aston Martin's an embarrassment. But Williams is just like... Williams is the... You know, Aston Martin is grabbing all the headlines because it's an absolute mess. But the Williams one is just... I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed. It's one of them. Shame, really. We need to see a replay of Antonelli going out of the garage with a cooling fan still on the car. I need to see what's happened here because I'm absolutely perplexed. No, I want to see what's that. Right, so, okay, they've gone out of the garage. That's horrendous. That's a horrible mistake from Mercedes, that. So they've gone out of the garage with the cooling fan still in the... This is what we need to see. There it is. Look, they've still got the cooling fan in the side pod. Last time I saw that, Monaco, Jenson Button. What year was that? 2010? When was the last time a team left a cooling fan in the side pod? I think it happened to Jenson Button in Monaco, whether it was 2010, 11 or 12. Shoot me down, I don't know. But it happened to Jenson Button in Monaco. And obviously he retired from the race. But I have not seen that since then. That's a massive... It's just one of them stupid... The mechanic that's left that in the side pod is going, oh, you stupid idiot. Can he damage the car? Yeah, Jenson Button had to immediately retire from the race when it happened to him, when the mechanic just left that in. because it's not getting the cold. It's not getting. Obviously, the side pods are to get all the air into the engine to cool it down. So you're blocking that. So, but more than that, it's just the fact that it's loose and it's just going to fall out, and then someone else is going to run over it and smash it to smithereens. It's just like a stupid mistake. It's one of them stupid mistakes. Do you remember when Haas were about 4th and 6th in the Grand Prix? They did a pit stop, and then the mechanics didn't put the wheels on right. You know, it's just one of them stupid ones where you do it 1,000 times in practice and it's not an issue. It's one of them stupid ones. But I think Mercedes would be in trouble with that. So we've seen Verstappen in the wall and Mercedes leaving in a cooling fan in the side pod of Antonelli's car. Anything can happen in 2026. Right, let's do this. Right, we're going to get this back underway. Right, who's going to get pole position here? Arvid Lindblad. Arvid Lindblad, pole position. That's what I'm going for. We've had a few delays, haven't we? Come on. Let's get back underway. Oscar, home race. There was always a bit of a curse, though, with Australian drivers in the Australian Grand Prix, you know, Gav. It never really quite works out for him. Mark Webber never got a podium in Australia. Daniel Ricciardo got a podium and then got it taken off him. He got disqualified after the race. Piastri led last season and then spun off into the grass. So there's a little bit of a curse. I think it'd be a bit of an upset for a McLaren on pole, actually. I don't think many people are coming into this weekend predicting a McLaren pole position, really. I think it's sort of Mercedes versus Ferrari kind of a situation. So if McLaren do get pole position, fair play. I didn't have them down for doing that. In fact, I had McLaren 4th fastest team this season, so if they stick it on pole, I might be wrong. Right, we're back underway. 9 minutes to go in qualifying. 6 pole positions Piastri's got. Racing Bulls, both in Q3. Also Audi as well. I thought Audi would be down here. I thought Audi would be down here where Alpine are, and Audi are at the front of the midfield rather than at the back of the midfield. So yeah, Audi have impressed me. 10th and 11th on the grid in the first race. And Racing Bulls, both in Q3. Arvid Lindblad is the standout for me so far because it's his first proper Grand Prix weekend. And he's in the top 10. Well, he's going to be top 9 at least because Bortoletto's through, but has broken down before the session started. So Bortoletto's nailed on P10. So Lindblad's going to be at least P9 at worst. Oh, Kimi Antonelli goes off at turn 3. How are we doing, Farhan? Welcome to the stream. Welcome back to the channel. Back for 2026. You're up bright and early, aren't you? 6:10. Farhan's up and about. Go on. Just in time for Q3 as well. If the rookie finishes 7th in qualifying, is that the best for a rookie? Oh, I don't know. I'd have to. No, I think. Oh, I don't know. I don't know, Gav. I think Hamilton qualified P4. Yeah, but since then, I don't know. There's probably an anomaly somewhere. Hadjar's gone purple, middle sector. Oh, if Hadjar sticks it on pole. Oh, scenes. George Russell then, a 19 flat. Hadjar on a 19.6. It's a great, if Hadjar's top 4, that's a great session. Oh, Piastri only a 1 minute 20.3. So as opposed to Russell's 19 flat, or George Russell in a League of One here with 6 minutes to go in Q3. I can't see anyone taking it off George Russell. Lewis Hamilton then across the line and goes P5, 1.3 seconds off the pace. It is Russell's to lose. What can Lando Norris do? Half a second off. Half a second off for Lando Norris. But that's good enough for P2. So it's George Russell on a 19 flat. Norris 5/10 off. Hadjar 5/10 off. And then another 6/10 to Leclerc. And Piastri 1.2 off. Surely he's got time in the bag, Oscar Piastri, as has Lewis Hamilton. 1.4 off the pace. Antonelli, Lindblad, Lawson and Bortoletto yet to set a time. But Bortoletto's not even going to get out there. He's broken down. So waiting on Antonelli and the 2 Racing Bulls. Replay on board with Kimi Antonelli down into turn 3 then. Oh. Seen that a lot in practice. Locking the brakes over the bumps in the braking zone and down to turn 3. Loses the back end and out off into the gravel. But he'll live to fight another day, Kimi Antonelli. I've not mentioned it yet, but I do like the look of these new cars with the narrower front wings. It's looking very 2006, and I like that. It's looking very 05, 06. I like the way the cars look. And I like the active aero as well. When they go down the straights, the front wing goes flat. I do like the front wing active aero as well. I do think they look cool this year. But all this battery harvesting and clipping, and it's not my bag. But like I said, if the racing's better, then it doesn't matter. Anything other than a George Russell pole position from here is a big upset. But you know what? It's about time George Russell had a seriously quick car. It's about time George Russell had this kind of an opportunity, because he deserves it. It's like Charles Leclerc. Charles Leclerc deserves a really strong car, and so does George Russell. So I don't. I'm not against George Russell doing really well this season. I mean, I'd like Antonelli to give him a run for his money, and I'd like Ferrari to give him a run for the money as well. Charles Leclerc deserves a really quick championship fight in Ferrari. It really does, just for time served. Is that what they do in Formula E? Save energy? Yeah, it's all save energy and power boost, yeah. It's all horrendously complicated, Gav. And I can't get my head round it. But it's all horrendously complicated. But none of it matters. If the racing's better, then who cares, right? If they're all overtaking each other and it's all chaos and mayhem and great racing, then who cares if it's boost and it's harvesting and boost button and overtake button and charge your battery, don't charge your battery, lift and coast. If it makes for a better show, then do all your green, save the earth. As long as it doesn't ruin the sport. If it makes it better, then brilliant. Antonelli's just gone pole. Antonelli's just stuck it on pole with a 1:18.8. We've got a 1 minute to go. Can Russell wrestle it back from the young Italian here? Antonelli with a 1:18.8 out of nowhere, but Russell's purple sector 1 and 2, and he's looking to wrestle it back again. And across the line, and does by 3/10. By 3/10, George Russell with a 1:18.5. Right, what can everyone else do now to attack Mercedes? How far is Mercedes ahead of the rest of the field is the next question. Can Leclerc get close? Can Piastri get close? Can Hadjar get close? What can they do now? Mercedes have set the bar and Piastri's 8.5 tenths away, nowhere near. Oscar Piastri nowhere near the Mercedes. Leclerc 8 tenths away. Nobody's anywhere near, are they? It's Mercedes 2014. It's Mercedes domination. Can anybody do anything about this? Isaac Hadjar crosses the line. P3. Go on. Isaac Hadjar beats Leclerc and Piastri. Here comes Lando Norris to the line. What can he do? Can he get P3? Oh, he's a second off the pace. P6 for Lando Norris. What a lap from Isaac Hadjar, P3. Lewis Hamilton only P7 in a Ferrari that promised so much. A second off the pace. Here comes Arvid Lindblad. Go on, I dare you. I dare you. Go on. Oh, P8 for Arvid Lindblad. 2.7 seconds off the pace. But look at that. It's a Mercedes 1-2 with Isaac Hadjar P3 and Liam Lawson jumps up to P8. But there it is. It's Mercedes on top. It's the bookies' favourite. It's Russell and Antonelli 1-2 on the grid. And Isaac Hadjar 8 tenths off in P3. Wow. There we go. Mercedes have dropped the gauntlet. They've taken the sandbags out and the final result is wham. 8 tenths of a second. Have a slice of that action. George Russell on pole position for the 2026 Australian Grand Prix by 3 tenths over his teammate Kimi Antonelli. Isaac Hadjar, driver of the day, P3 in the Red Bull. Charles Leclerc, P4. Now, I said, if we get a Ferrari in the top 4, they lead into turn 1. And I stand by that statement. Charles Leclerc will lead the Australian Grand Prix out of turn 2 tomorrow. That is my bold prediction. Charles Leclerc leads the Australian Grand Prix out of turn 2. But there you go. That is the grid for the Australian Grand Prix. It's Russell, Antonelli, Hadjar, Leclerc, Piastri, Norris, McLaren only 5th and 6th. Hamilton P7. That's not going to win you a championship, is it, Lewis? Come on, man. Lawson and Lindblad in the Racing Bulls 8th and 9th. Then Bortoletto, a good showing in the Audi P10. Hulkenberg, Behrman, Ocon. So Haas 12th and 13th, probably about where they expected to be. Disappointing for Alpine, 14th and 16th. Williams, 15th and 21st. Not the start of 2026 they were looking for. Alonso looking to get out of, got knocked out in the end, but Alonso P17, Perez P18, Bottas P19, Verstappen in the wall early days. And then Sainz, and at the back, Lance Stroll, but that is all from qualifying. It's looking good for Mercedes. But yeah, I'll be back for the race. It's an hour earlier. So the race is going to be 4 a.m. lights out, so I'll be live at 10 to 4. This is the Sleep Deprivation Society. You think it's going to be 2014 all over again? Yeah, see you in 2027, Gav. I wouldn't go as far as 2014 settings, but Mercedes are looking frighteningly good. Obviously, that's without Max Verstappen in the mix. Verstappen might have given him a bit more of a nibble had he not binned it in Q1. And obviously it's early day. Listen, it's round 1. This goes on till Christmas. So there's a lot of development to go between now and December. So I wouldn't draw a line under it yet, but it's looking frightening. Yes, Salty Dog, welcome back to the channel. How are we? They're changing the measurement for the compression ratio. Ooh. Have you got an 18-to-1 compression ratio or a 16-to-1 compression ratio? Right, I'm going. It's too early, it's too late, it's too something or other. But it's George Russell on pole, Antonelli second, and Isaac Hadjar P3. But it's going to be Charles Leclerc from P4, the one to watch off the line tomorrow. Join me 10 to 4 in the morning, if you dare, for the 2026 Australian Grand Prix. I've been the Motorsport Madman. Thank you for coming back to the channel and bearing with me. It's a brand new season. I will see you all soon. Bye for now.